Hi guys, my name is Ben Glicksman and welcome to SI.com's College Football Roundup. After much of the early season has gone chalk, Week 7 finally brought some upsets, including a major one on the West Coast. Number 5 Stanford, which was previously unbeaten and coming off a dramatic win over Washington last week, fell to Utah State in a shocker in Salt Lake City. This was the first major upset of the year, and it was important for a couple of reasons. First off, it shows just how deep this year's Pac-12 is. While that game was taking place in Utah, Oregon was turning in an impressive performance in a victory at Washington. And that doesn't even include UCLA, Arizona State, or a rejuvenated USC squad under interim head coach Ed Orgeron. The other reason this is a noteworthy performance is quarterback Kevin Hogan's first loss as a starter. Next, I want to move to Dallas, where we had another blowout in the Red River rivalry. Only this time, Texas is the one that came out on top. Mac Brown's team, which has already lost twice and barely survived last week at Iowa State, looked dominant in this one. Quarterback Case McCoy was poised and efficient, and the defense, under new coordinator Greg Robinson, looked surprisingly stout. What this means for Brown's future prospects in Austin remains to be seen, but it does mean that this year's Texas team shouldn't be written off yet. And as for the Big 12, with Oklahoma taking a loss, unbeaten Baylor, which survived Kansas State on Saturday, has emerged as the team to beat. Finally, I want to take a look at the SEC, where we saw plenty of shakeup as well. That started in Athens, where Missouri knocked off an injury-riddled Georgia team to improve to 6-0. Coach Gary Pinkel's team continues to impress, but this win didn't come without a cost. Quarterback James Franklin, who had to leave in the fourth quarter, has a separated shoulder and is reported to be out for the rest of the season. That could make things very difficult as Missouri looks to make a run at the SEC East title. Speaking of the SEC East, let's talk about Florida, which lost this week in its visit to LSU. Quarterback Tyler Murphy, who'd been so good in previous starts against Arkansas and Kentucky, couldn't establish a rhythm in this one, as defenses, finally, dominated an SEC game in 2013. So what's this mean for the division going forward? It means that a number of teams, Florida, Missouri, South Carolina, and Georgia, could make a push for the SEC's title and a coveted spot in Atlanta. The good news? We might not have to wait long for the division to shake out. Missouri hosts the Gators next Saturday. The college football season is now at its midway point, but there's plenty of excitement still on tap, starting with next weekend's Clemson-Florida State game. For SI.com's College Football Roundup, I'm Ben Glicksman.